Hey Taurus Collective, what's up, y'all? Welcome to the channel. Welcome back. If you've been here before, thank you so much for joining me or joining me again. Let's get into this reading. What's blocking you in love? Okay, what are the obstacles, the hurdles that you need to overcome before you can get that special someone in your life? Maybe you are dating someone, but things just aren't going right. It's a complicated situation. Some of you may feel like you keep meeting people that just don't measure up to what you want. Why are you single? Even if you are dating someone, some of y'all could be in relationships and still just feel like you can't get it right. So if you feel like there could be something blocking your love life, we are going to take a look to see what could be blocking you. We're going to start with a message from your angels, okay? Take what resonates, leave what doesn't, flip the roles if you need to. It could be past, present, future energy or someone else around you I'm picking up on. We have Isabella. I like that name. We have, yes, the timing is right for this new venture. A happy outcome follows your positive expectations. Notice that it follows your positive expectations. Let me just say this. Let me preface the reading by saying nothing I say is personal. I'm not trying to attack you all in any kind of way. I have no dog in the fight. I'm just reading cards, okay? But this will be a shadow work reading. Shadow work readings are not always easy for people, especially the faint at heart, to hear. So if you're a person who's very sensitive or defensive and maybe you're not ready to do it, that's fine. Just go check out another reading. But if you feel like you're up for the challenge, let's really peel back the layers and see what's going on. Okay, so the timing is right. So it feels like you all are in a space now where you really feel ready for a relationship. It feels like the opportune time for you to have this. But the issue might be that this happy outcome is not showing up because maybe your thoughts and your expectations are not as optimistic and as positive as maybe you think they are. Okay. This is one of the things, and I'm a Taurus, so I'm not just saying this about y'all. This is my own experience too. Taurus is such a stubborn sign, such a proud, regal, noble sign that we don't like to look small. We don't like to look like a fool. We don't like to look like we're thirsty, we're desperate, we're like, we don't want to look like that because we're the empress and we pride ourselves on being in a position of power. You know, we like for people to adore us. We don't want to look like we're adoring them unless it's reciprocal. Okay, so sometimes what I get in our readings and just from the Taurus, you know, people in the world, the demographic, the collective of Taurian people, I sometimes feel like we talk a good game, but can we back it up? I'm hearing Kelly Rowland, you talk a good game, but can you back it up, right? So it's like you may say things to yourself like, I love myself. I know my value. I'm not going to settle for less than what I know I deserve, right? And that sounds really good. It sounds really, really good. But the reality is, our life always shows us what we truly believe. This is what's lurking in the shadows. So there could be a little bit of pessimism here. Okay, because it says a happy outcome will follow you having positive expectations. So it's like you could go into relationships expecting the worst. You could meet people, or whenever you find yourself dating someone or in a relationship, you start to feel like, what's going to go wrong? You're looking for the ending before you even experience the person. You know what I'm saying? But let's pull some of these cards and see what's going on here. We're going to look into your childhood. We're also going to look into the future and see like who could be coming towards you that you may end up with after you do your shadow work. We're going to give you some advice, obviously. I'm not just going to point out what could be going on to block it, but what could you do to open it up as well. Awakening tried to come out 2 times in your pre-shuffle, so this is what's necessary. So this awakening here, again, I feel like there's something being highlighted here about what you truly, truly believe. Because just like I just told Leo, shadow work is not what you tell yourself, what you tell other people, is what you believe deep down inside. So for some of you, I'm getting here with awakening. I feel like you're intuitive, Taurus. I feel like Taurian people are very intuitive. One of my friends always says, if you talk to a Taurus person, they'll give you a whole different perspective on something, have you rethinking the whole philosophy you had before you talk to them, and you'll actually be like, man, I think that they might be right. Taurian people are very wise if they are evolved. Okay, so if they're high vibrating, yeah, Some of you, the thing here is you are still going through an awakening. Others of you, you have a tendency not to listen to your third eye, not to listen to your intuition, even though it's there. And again, you may say things verbally that make people believe, including yourself, the ego part of yourself. But the shadow work means you gotta shred that ego. Um, that you are doing something for one particular reason, but really, are your intentions or your thoughts about the situation really what you say they are, or does it just sound good? Let's see what else comes out. Alignment. Wow. Look at those chakras being illuminated here. Alignment. I get the feeling that this is kind of just like the awakening card, because this alignment is like a Kundalini awakening. Some of you, you're really still going through your own spiritual transformation, awakening, and evolution. And so for a lot of you, in order for you to align with someone else, you have to continue to evolve into your higher self, because it's almost like, this is not saying you're not meeting people, you're not dating people, you can't attract people. I absolutely think you are, and you can. But the problem is, there's something here about you. I'm noticing she's standing on the moon and then the sun is behind her. That's very significant. Never really noticed this before. Now, I don't know what they meant when they made this imagery, but I'm going to go with my intuition because that's what I do here. The moon is the subconscious mind. And like I said, some of y'all stand on that. It's like you might be very proud when you say things like, oh no, I know who I am. I know my value. I know my worth. I would never, allow someone to treat me like that, but you keep letting people treat you like that. You know what I'm saying? And this sun means that, the greater part of you is rising here, where you're starting to see here. Some of you are just learning how to see yourself beyond your ego, because the moon definitely is not you really. This is where you're doing the shadow work, but this is when you've done it, when the sun shows up. What's done in the dark comes out in the light. So there's something here being illuminated about you going through your own awakening, alignment, evolution. And this is the reason why things might not be coming to fruition in a love situation, because some of you are still evolving. So again, yeah, you meet people, you date people, but they're not going to be in alignment with the highest version of yourself. And that's what you're trying to achieve. So it's like, what can you do with someone who's all the way down here when you're right here? You're not all the way at the top yet, but you're right here. And it's like, well, spirit wants you to keep elevating, and this person is all the way down here. So you're meeting like low vibrational people or something. Let's see. We have beloved. This card says, prepare for your life partner. Wow. Romance is returning to your relationship. Believe you are lovable. See, believe you are lovable. I believe truly there is a partnership coming in, because it says it's the time for it. But it comes, again, you could be meeting people, you could be dating people, you could be in a relationship, you could be married. But it's like, are you getting the highest version of that person? Probably not, because I feel like some of you are still evolving into the highest version of yourself. You are on the trajectory, right? You have butterflies here. That means transformation. There's a positive change coming in. I feel like some of you are very close to achieving this relationship. The thing is, or maybe your relationship improving, because this gave a couple of different scenarios. It says, prepare for your life partner. I can't see that far now. Wait a minute. Romance is returning to your relationship. So if you're already in a relationship, and then we have believe you are lovable. So those are three different people on three different parts of the journey. Excuse me, y'all. Parts of the journey. Some of you are preparing to meet someone completely new. Others of you, your relationship is being restored. And others of you are just in a stage right now where you're going through this awakening and believing that you are lovable. I do believe that you all do the lip service. Trust me, I do. I know how proud we are. But the thing is, you cannot fool the universe. You just can't. And you also can't fool other people. Other people can pick up on when we don't truly love ourselves. So if people are reflecting that back to you, I'm so sorry, but the truth of the matter is that's because they see that and they can reflect it back to you. I have always said, and I'm not trying to sound arrogant, I just love myself and I believe in myself, and I don't care flaws and all. I don't care what you like about me, don't like about me. I love all the parts of me. And I just don't usually experience men treating me other than what I expect them to treat me. That's my core belief. I feel like I'm the prize in a relationship, and that doesn't mean that I don't think my partner or people I've dated are important. I just don't pedestalize them. And the one time I found myself doing that, I had to regroup. Like, girl, Take him off that pedestal. He don't belong up there. And the relationship or the situationship, because that's what it was reflecting that I had him on the pedestal until I took him off. And when I took him off, things shifted. So we have here guarded shadow, closed off and don't trust anyone, shut down, guarded heart, and trust issues. Your efforts to protect yourself is what's blocking you from the very thing you want most. Dissolve your barrier. So some of you are extremely guarded. I'm telling you, look at this noble energy. Look at this, all of this armor. You know, again, I feel like it's something from your past. Something from your emotional past that makes you guarded when it comes to relationships. I really do feel like, though, when you talk to people, you say, I'm ready for a relationship. Like, I've done my healing, or I am healing. And yeah, we're always healing, right? But there's a difference between passive and active healing. Passive healing is where you just know you need to heal. You acknowledge it, but you ain't really actively doing it. Active healing is where you start to do the shadow work and you're not offended by anything I'm saying because you already told yourself some of these things. Let's get into some more. We have no boundaries. Difficult to establish healthy respect. Take care to ensure your needs are met. Again, and look at that wolf. Some of you attract wolves. And this is exactly what I was talking about, where you say, I love myself. 1111 was just on the timer. You can have a twin flame coming in. You say, I love myself, or a new beginning. I love myself. I definitely wouldn't allow anybody to treat me poorly, but that's what's happening. People are treating you poorly. And you keep telling yourself that, you're going to listen to your intuition. You're going to pay attention to your past, and you're not going to repeat the same mistakes, but then you fall right back into it. It's like when those yellow flags show up, run. Don't even wait for the red flags. Because a lot of times we say, watch out for the red flags. To hell with them red flags, sometimes you got to look at the yellow ones. Okay? And the yellow ones are the things that give you pause the first time you talk to somebody, and you're like, you start romanticizing how you can fix them and things like that. That's where you start going wrong. That's where you start going wrong. So this is what I'm seeing. I definitely feel like your stubborn nature is showing up here, Taurus. And you're so proud. And I mean, rightfully so. We are a proud group of people. But the thing is, again, talk a good game, but can you back it up? That's what I'm seeing. You deserve love. You deserve respect. You deserve everything you give to other people, but you got to start paying attention to those yellow flags, because I'm not even going to the red flags. It's like I see some of you being highly intuitive here. You're tuned in, you're tapped in, It's like when the person first says something out their mouth to you, or they do something to you, but you keep, well, maybe I can, I don't know, maybe I can, I want to say fix them so bad. We have siren. As enchanting as it is, the reflection in the water, it can lure your soul to depths where illusions falter. I feel like a lot of you fall for people in this very predatory energy. Okay. The siren, traditionally the siren was usually on the sea, and she would, 1313 on the timer, she would lure the what do you call the people, man? The sailors, to the sea. They would leave the ship to try to come towards her. She's so alluring, enchanting, beautiful, sexy, and they would end up drowning because they were being delusional. It's like when people drink salt water, they start seeing things that aren't there. But this siren spirit is like a Jezebel spirit. I mean, that could be something in you. I don't know. Maybe this is something that people feel like you give off, or these are the kind of people that you're attracting here. People that come in with very, how can I say this? In very sexual energy, okay? Preying on you, chasing you, but it's like a conquest. And it's like, well, what else do you have to offer me? Because one thing about a Taurus, we don't want somebody just giving us sex. We need stability. It's very important for us. We have inner cosmos. Look at this, y'all. Look at this. Your inner cosmos, your chakras. Some of you have a lot of common sense that sometimes you don't necessarily adhere to. We have to embrace the light, first acknowledge the dark. Trauma, seeing, go deeper. To embrace the light, first acknowledge the dark. So I do feel like we have this Saturn energy here. I think that's supposed to be Saturn. That's about discipline. It's about responsibility. Hmm. I feel like some of you get a lot of attention. I feel like there's a lot of surface level energy showing up in your reading, like people that may look good to you but may not be good for you. And it's like, you know, on the inside, you know, you're tuned in, you're tapped in. It's like, but do you listen to it though, Taurus? Like, do you really adhere to that voice inside? Let's look at your inner child really quickly. What's your inner child wound that could be blocking you from finding love? Why do we worry? Because our brains play tricks like shadows in the dark. This is overthinking, worry, and anxiety. Some of you have felt this way since you were a child. There's a fear of the unknown here. Okay, now we will be honest about who we are. We love being in the comfort zone. We don't like going down that dark road right there, not knowing what's down there, because that goes against the stable energy of who we are. Again, we like stability. So there's some overthinking, some worry, and some anxiety, but I do feel like this is on the very deep subconscious level. It's like when a child is afraid of the dark, right? You could be afraid of the very thing that you want in a partner. You really, really could. It says that your efforts to protect yourself is what's blocking you from the very thing that you want most. Dissolve your barriers. So for some of you, this could even be you coming out of a comfort zone, dating people that are not the normal kind of people that you would date, you know? That could be the issue here. Very well could be the issue here. Let's get into these planets and houses and things of that nature and see what you get. 3 cards. Saturn. I just said this looks like Saturn. Caution. Okay. The maturity that brings caution regarding limits imposed. Again, that's the planet of discipline and responsibility. Some of you, there's something about you really listening to. You have to tune in. You can have Capricorn in your chart, or maybe you're dealing with a Capricorn. There's some level of maturity that's showing here. I feel like it's emotional maturity. I feel like knowing your limits and letting other people know how far they can take things with you. Really setting boundaries with people is really strongly showing up for me here. Because, you know, Saturn energy, again, is discipline, it's responsibility. It's the house of popularity. It's the house of fame. It's essentially, I'm sorry, y'all, but my neighbors are so loud. It's essentially like you, they keep distracting me. I'm so sorry. It's like the older that you get here with this maturity, obviously maturity doesn't necessarily coincide with age, even though it should. The older that you get, the more mature that you get, the more lived experience that you have, there's something about you learning how to set the proper boundaries with people. And I just feel like some of you have struggled with that. Some of you, this is Gemini energy. It says information to explain communications about or resulting from the fluctuations of. You could be on a Taurus Gemini cusp, or maybe connected to a Gemini. I feel like there's something about the way that you think and you communicate in relationships being highlighted here. Again, I just feel you needing to strongly set boundaries with people because we have no boundaries right here. You know, Gemini speak their mind. They speak their mind. They can be brutally honest. We have Aquarius. Genius to experiment with the discoveries of and resulting from the eccentricity of. Leo got this card as well. So Aquarius energy is, Aquarius is ruled by Uranus. Uranus and Saturn. And it's falling right under Saturn. And Saturn is here as well. Some of you, you know, both of those coincide with the day of the week that is Saturday. Saturn and Uranus. Aquarius and Capricorn. That is their day, Saturday. What could that mean? Y'all give me a second. I'm here. I'm just trying to let my thoughts just cook a little bit in my head. I feel like you finding your voice is important. Aquarius is the house of friendship. Uranus. Friendships. Free-spirited energy. Being rebellious. It's the planet of revolution and rebelliousness. Natural born genius. Again, you are a very smart person. You truly are. And you're highly intuitive. But I just feel like you either don't feel empowered to speak up for yourself sometimes, or some of you, maybe you explain too much. It's almost like, are you an apologist when it comes to meeting people? I don't know. Let's see who's coming towards you once you do your shadow work, because it feels like you all are very close. It feels like you're on the precipice of a new relationship or a relationship rekindling. And after you do the shadow work, though, you can't jump ahead. We have the three of, what is this, y'all? Conflict? I don't know. I think this is the Pentacles. Yeah. The Three of Pentacles, Capricorn energy, falling right under Saturn. The Three of Pentacles is showing up as conflict when this card is all about teamwork. Somebody could be a boxer. But anyway, the Three of Pentacles is Capricorn energy, and it actually talks about eliminating the weakest link. It talks about teamwork, collaboration. Teamwork makes the dream work. There's strength in numbers. This card might be saying here that some of you struggle to allow partnership in, okay? Are you cooperative when it comes to your relationship status? Are you really inviting someone in? Are you extremely independent and maybe other people don't feel like you need them? And if you're a woman dealing with men, I'll just tell you, they have to be needed. Even the most secure, manly man in the world, he has to feel needed, you know. And with this day and age, there's so many of us women who are empowered, self-sufficient, independent, and a lot of times there's this notion that we don't need a man, and I don't believe that we need anybody. I really don't. I don't buy into that. But when it comes to partnership, I mean, if you want a partner, you do have to allow space for them. And so this could be somebody here who people maybe feel that you are combative and that you don't cooperate with them, okay? Yeah, I don't know. Some people could feel like you're too independent, you're too guarded, you got this guarded shadow. Understand, again, shadow work is not about your ego. So any of these things that I'm saying to you, if it gives you, like, makes you reactionary, maybe you're not ready to do your shadow work, and that's fine. So we have the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. Some of you have been through a divorce before, or you could be going through one right now. Or you could just come from a broken family, and this could be a big part of your, this is like generational curses here. Even financial instability, Virgo energy. You got a lot of pentacles showing up. So I'm wondering if people don't necessarily see you as a team player because maybe you are independent. Some of you even have issues going on within your family that maybe need to be rectified, or this could be a marriage that has ended or a marriage that you feel like is ending. And then we have the Three of Cups, memories. Okay, the Three of Cups is Cancer energy. This is all about having fun, celebrating, being around the people that really bring you a lot of joy. Some of you need to get out more. This is like going to social events, parties, clubs, just having a good time, being more social. Maybe you spend too much time indoors, you know, and maybe you need to be a little bit more free-spirited and let your hair down. I hear let your hair down. Who sings that song? I just want to let my hair down. Sir. I love that song. Sir and Kendrick Lamar. I think it's called Let Your Hair Down or Let My Hair Down or something like that. It's like, this is what you need to do. And I think, like, in the video, I think he's like riding in the car with the top back and stuff. Somebody could be from LA, California. I don't know. Somewhere in California. Yep. So it's like you just have to kind of be free-spirited here, because Aquarius energy is free-spirited and the Three of Cups is free-spirited. It's like, just have fun. Something about you being in the energy of having fun. Maybe coming out of a relationship. This could also be someone who wants to reunite with you that you may be getting back with. Could be a Cancer, Virgo, or Capricorn person. Doesn't have to be. Bottom of the deck, we have the Four of Wands. Same thing Leo got. Planning. This is the Twin Flame card. Remember I saw 1111. Aries energy, and then the Four of Cups, restriction. Look at this, a social engagement with the Ten of Wands. Some of y'all struggle to really get out, Sagittarius energy. Like, you don't like going outdoors. Look how this person is, this bird is caged in here. Restriction. Like, some of y'all are like in some kind of routine that's boring. You might be missing opportunities to meet people. You could be meeting someone online or at a distance or while you're traveling. Maybe on a trip or something. Okay. Let's get your advice. What's your advice? Oh, it says, get the F outside, move your ASS. Didn't I just tell y'all some of y'all need to get out? Your body is pissed at you. Let's get one more. You cannot make it up. You are the best thing to ever happen to you. Go easy on your ASS. Buy your own damn drink. See, get out and have fun. I'm telling you, you need to get outside, and you also need to go out and be in like a party atmosphere. I'm not telling you to try to look for love in a party atmosphere. All I mean is just get in that vibration. There's something about you being in alignment with what you want. If you want a fun partner, have fun. If you want somebody that's committed, be committed, like to yourself first. That's what I'm seeing for you, Taurus. Like the video, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Leave me a comment if you so choose, and I will see you all the next time. Peace.